Live from Studio 5 on Michigan Avenue, this is the NBC 5 News at 6.
Tonight, a powerful story about life, love, and loss. TV sportscaster Rich King has written a book about his late wife and her courageous fight with a devastating illness. NBC5's Phil Rogers reports.
Sports reporter Rich King says he well remembers the first time he laid eyes on his beloved Maggie.
A long time ago, I was in second grade. I believe she was in first grade. It was a play out of St. Procopius Elementary School. It was a game called Dodgeball.
He tells the whole story in his new book, My Maggie, the lifetime love affair, the little girl with hearing aids he fell in love with and eventually married.
She represented to me just about everything in my life. She was my youth, she was my teenage years, she was my young adult life, she was my middle life. She was everything to me. She was my whole life.
Maggie was a nurse, but illness stalked her entire life. A rare illness called Usher's syndrome, which first took her hearing as a child, then her eyesight as an adult. For a time, Rich says she was driven into deep depression.
She realized she couldn't work as a nurse. She loved being a nurse. Then she couldn't find a job doing anything.
But Maggie fought back. She went back to college and reinvented herself, devoting her life to helping blind people just like her.
She had two lives. She had one life with the so-called normal people, the sighted people, and then life with the blind people and the deaf people. And she was comfortable in both worlds.
Indeed, Rich says those were absolutely their happiest years.
Phil, she was the happiest person I have ever met. And to this day she is. She had this desire to live every day like it was the last day of her life.
But life dealt Maggie more blows. Breast cancer, then 10 years later, ovarian cancer, which eventually took her life.
She lived never giving up, and she died never giving up. She never, ever gave up. She went into a coma thinking she was going to make it. She'd tell me, and I'm glad I had 53 years out of this stupid body, because she said I had bad genes, but she never once actually told me, and I never told her goodbye.
I want you to do yourself a favor. Go online tonight and order this book. In fact, order more than one copy and send one to someone you love. I promise you, you will laugh, you will cry, and 65% of the profits go to the Chicago Lighthouse for the Blind and the American Cancer Society. It's a wonderful book, and it's an amazing love story, and every word is true, and it all takes place in Chicago. People will love this book.
It touches your heart. Thank you so much, Phil, for sharing that with us.
Thank you.